Hi and welcome. I'm Dana Lavoie, and today we are going to talk about how to get real relief from menopause bloating. And we're going to clear up a common misconception because there are two different scenarios often referred to as menopause bloating, and actually only one of them is bloating. Hi, I'm Dana Lavoie, an acupuncturist and herbalist. I help women feel amazing during and after menopause with natural remedies over at danalavoielac.com. Now, there are two very different scenarios, both referred to as menopause belly or menopause bloating. One is bloating and one is not. So the first type is not bloating. It's just weight gain in the abdomen that is often due to a hormonal imbalance or the hormonal changes of menopause. But it's a true weight gain of fatty tissue. It's just that it happens around the abdomen. And this is when you develop an apple body type, it's sometimes called. You get fat tissue all around your abdomen while your hips and arms and everywhere else stays kind of thin. There's a quote from a Huffington Post article that says, while premenopausal women with too much estrogen tend to have the pear-shaped body type with more weight at the hips, menopausal women with this excess estrogen exhibit an apple shape with more fat accumulation in the abdominal area. Now, this apple body type weight gain can also indicate insulin sensitivity issues, and both of these can indicate estrogen dominance or insulin resistance. So here's the thing. This is not great, but it's not actually bloating. It's just a certain type of weight gain caused by an underlying imbalance in your estrogen-progesterone ratio, which affects your brain chemistry and your metabolism. And you can learn more about that in another blog post I have. It's called Stubborn Belly Fat in Menopause, or in the earlier articles in this series on estrogen dominance. But right now, I really do want to talk about the actual abdominal bloating. So the second scenario referred to as abdominal bloating is bloating. It's gas or air or inflammation causing swelling in the intestinal tract. This is bloating, and it feels different than weight gain. It often feels tight or pressurized, and it's common for it to come and go in hours or over the course of a day. It's common to start the day with a flat belly and develop the bloating as the day goes on. So it's a different pattern than weight gain. So what causes this increased bloating during menopause and postmenopause? Well, it often develops from a decrease in digestive enzymes, decreased stomach acid, and a decrease in the diversity of the healthy, helpful microorganisms living in the digestive system. So these changes are the results of normal hormonal changes. This is common, this is normal, but they do mean that you have less digestive power, and they often result in increased food sensitivities, carbohydrate sensitivities, and bloating. Basically, your digestive system just doesn't have the strength to fully digest what you're putting into it. So partially digested food is hanging around and fermenting. And how to get rid of menopause bloating. And there are some other things that can cause the inflammation and feeding the bad microorganisms. But basically, you don't have enough digestive power to cleanly digest everything that you're putting into your digestive system. So how do you get rid of this actual bloating? So there are a number of simple strategies you can use to decrease bloating. The big picture is you want to increase your digestive power, right? So it's been the hormonal changes cause decreased digestive power. That's what caused this. Well, there's lots you can do to bring your digestive power back online. Then you want to support liver health because this adds directly to your digestive power. And then you also want to, while you're working on that, choose foods that don't take as much power to fully digest and eliminate foods that are triggering your bloating. So we're doing kind of like working on the underlying cause, bringing the digestive system online, but in the meantime, we're giving the digestive system stuff that's easier to handle so that you'll feel better right away. And the big thing here too, because some people just stop right there. They think, well, this is a digestive issue. I'm going to deal with it by changing my diet and supporting my digestion, but they're missing a really important piece of the puzzle. Don't forget to address the underlying hormonal changes that cause this problem in the first place. It's good to use a combination of all of these strategies, including addressing the hormonal changes. And here's how you're going to do it. You're going to eliminate foods that trigger bloating, right? So check for foods that eliminate bloating and eliminate them for a while. Now, while you're while your digestive system is healing. So a good way to do this is with an elimination diet like the Whole30, which eliminates all the common triggers like dairy, carbs, sugar, gluten, artificial sweeteners, and then reintroduces them one at a time so you can see which ones are a trigger for you. Then you also want to support your digestive power. And I just want to say about the elimination diet, the goal is not to stay off these foods forever. It's just to get off them, to get all the inflammation and bloating calmed down so you can rebuild your digestive power and then hopefully be able to reintroduce those foods into your regular diet again. So this is short-term relief to help with the healing. While you're doing that, you want to support your digestive power. And the way you can do that is with digestive enzymes that you take with meals, using probiotics and fermented foods to feed the good microorganisms that live in your gut. You can use apple cider vinegar. And another one, not to be underestimated in terms of importance, is eat slowly and chew like crazy. Chew your food really, really well. This is the first part of digestion. And then you definitely want to support your liver health as well. And you can do this in simple ways like drinking 8 to 12 ounces of warm water with the juice of half a lemon in it each morning. Also, eat plenty of dark green leafy vegetables and bitter greens and herbs like dandelion, arugula, cilantro, and parsley. These are all for your liver. Also, you want to eat beets or beet greens, juiced or cooked, and cut down on alcohol. So those are all simple ways you can support your liver and digestive health. So the other thing I want to mention though, because this would be how to approach it if it was just caused by the hormonal changes. If you're having a lot of bloating, be sure and check for other possible causes of bloating as well, right? You want to rule out other causes that might require additional treatment, even if they're part of this same like chain reaction that started with hormonal changes. It might help to address these with specific treatment. Things like SIBO, which is small intestine bacterial overgrowth, celiac disease, GERD, or IBS. And even if you've never had any of these before, it's not uncommon to develop them at this stage of life. So you're going to do all of that, and then you're going to address the underlying hormonal issue, right? If this all started with the decreasing hormone levels of menopause, supporting those hormone levels and making sure they don't drop too low is imperative. The lower they go, the harder time your digestive system has. Without addressing the hormonal issue, everything else will be relatively ineffective, right? It'll be like trying to climb up a mountain just made of slippery rock. And the best way to support those hormones to make sure they don't drop too low is either going to be with customized herbal remedies or hormone replacement therapy, something very specific to hormones. So if you're dealing with bloating, you want to be sure to prevent it from happening. Or like if you're not even dealing with it yet, but you just know that your digestive system is likely to lose power as you pass through menopause and you want to support it preventatively, that's a great idea too. These are all things that you can do. And they fall into two categories. One is balance hormones and support hormone levels with herbal remedies, diet, stress management, whatever you choose, but support those hormones. And then you want to give some extra love and support to your digestive system and liver health directly with foods and supplements. So I can help you get started with all of this. I have lots of free resources on my website at danalavoielac.com that you can download and start using right away. They're pretty extensive. I have a whole lot of blog articles that are completely free, and I also have some online programs when you're ready to take it to the next level. The most unique one that I offer by far is my online program on using customized herbal remedies all during and after menopause, and I'd love to have you learn more about that and get on the wait list for the next time that it opens up. So just remember that there's a reason why these changes happen during menopause. There are so many things that are changing in our body and so many ways that we can feel better naturally by supporting the underlying hormonal balance and by dealing specifically with the symptoms for fast relief. And that's exactly what I do. So I'm Dana Lavoie. I'm an acupuncturist and herbalist. I help women feel amazing during and after menopause with customized herbal remedies supported by the best diet and lifestyle for their hormones. You'll find me over at danalavoielac.com, and I would love to have you leave a comment, ask a question. I'm here for you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.